Hello. Hi everyone. Yes, I spat the dummy and threw my toys out of the pram or out of the playpen or whatever you want to call it. I am almost done with this custom painting. Frustration. These are my attempt at sectioning a double-sided adhesive canvas. Crazy. My first time doing it, I'm going to get better at it. I promise you, I won't let the team down, okay? Oh, it's staring at me. If you've been following my whip and chats, you will know that I have been working on a custom painting of my nephew, which had a deadline, or still has a deadline, of February 21, okay? I'm looking at it because it's kind of staring at me, and I'm going to show you what it's all about in a second. Actually, I'll show you now. Have a look at that. Can you see my little booba? I am on the last section. And when I flip the camera around, I'm gonna show you what a hot mess I've made of covering the canvas in my own Gracie style way. But the same time, I have deliberately not actually taken a step back and looked at it all along its progress. I've left it in its sections, and I thought for something a little bit different that I wanted to do the grand reveal together with you. So I thought I'd create a bit of a whip and chat and drill the last section, the last corner, have a bit of a chat, and then let's rip the covers off and have a look at it together. I am so nervous. You've got no idea, because I've spent hours and hours on this, and I've no idea what it looks like. Nothing. Zip, crickets, nada, niente, but anyway, so given that it is a gift and it's you can see how nervous I am, right? You can see how nervous I am. Breathe. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know what the is all about, right? True. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to breathe. Okay, calm the farm. I'm going to get set up and clear this hot mess that's there. I'm going to show you what I mean by being covered by everything in a second when I turn the camera around. Before we get to that though, hey, if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name's Grace, if you haven't already picked that one up. If you have not already subscribed, I would absolutely love for you to do so. My editing software has gone kaput, so I can't even put the little fancy subscribes on the side or anything. So I'm just going to say subscribe to whatever side. Is it that side? I'll remember one time or another. Or is it that side? But hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of my diamond painting world. And there is also a little bell that goes ding, and that will let you know each and every single time that I upload a new video. If you like today and you have a good time with it and you enjoy and would like to see some more, I would love a thumbs up as well. And of course, have a look down below, I think there's somewhere down there, there's a little comment section. Reach out, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and if you've got any comments or thoughts, but we'll, say all that again at the end as well. But yeah, down below is where all the comment section is. You can tell that tonight I am a little bit nervous. I've actually done marathon on this, but we'll get to that in a second. Bear that thought, and I'm going to be with you in a sec. Hello, I'm here. Hello. Oh, bumped you. That's a really big fat shot of my mug bull face. But anyway, I'm here. And I've got you kind of so that you can see what I mean by a hot mess that I've made of sectioning off this canvas. These were all the papers that I was mucking around with before because people. I had this, so this is the picture here. I'm currently working on it upside down because being a double-sided adhesive, and I normally work from the top and, you know, have this curled down below here. Like I have it curled like over the table, but being that it's double-sided, I was too scared to manipulate it so much. So I basically had it the other way, did the bottom part of the canvas there, then I switched it on its side and I was doing it sideways and I did the middle, and now I flipped it upside down and I'm working on it upside down. Now, the reason that this is there is that if you've been following my whip and chats, you may or may not remember that I had drills that still had to come back. Bear with me a sec, guys. I'm going to be right back. So hopefully the audio might be a little bit better now. Cue the coffee machine. Without fail, because of course I've made my coffee and I've got it here, and the coffee machine always has to make its presence known when I'm doing a video. Hi, babe. Oh, how funny. Okay, so where was I? I've got it flipped upside down, and yes, the missing drills. So the missing drills, these two here, came. And I also had an issue. There was a problem with the biggest bag of drills that I was sent, which I'm going to do a whole complete separate video on my post review with the 842, which is all of this. And this was the original batch here, all of those. They were the biggest lot of drills that I had, and I had an issue with them and needed them to send them out to me again, and they did. Again, we'll get all into that another time. So what I did is I drilled this section, but found that because I had cut all these, they weren't sticking down to protect the glue from drying out. And I don't know if it dries out if you leave it uncovered. So I was petrified of leaving it exposed. So I got my good old-fashioned baking paper and just had put it over the top. Now, I've spent pretty much all day today completing the missing drills from here. Okay, I completed the bow tie, and I've completed all of this here. Again, being that it's upside down and not in perspective and whatever, I haven't seen it in its entirety. Look what a hot mess this looks like. Oh my goodness. Which then reveals what I've got left, and that is, if you can see, this section just here. Just that's it. So I kind of thought I'd take you on a journey with me as I finished the canvas and had a bit of a quick chat. What do you think? You want to come along and watch me lay the last drill of this custom? And I'm super excited because straight after this I want to prepare my canvas for the Driller Beast event that's being hosted at the moment, and I will get all that information and do that and upload that as well. I'm so excited to be starting a new canvas, as you've no idea. So let us begin. F. This is a good start. Where's my F gone? I've run out. Wow, people. Wow. Impossibly that I have run out. No. I can't even deal with that right now. Are you serious? Should I substitute it with a different color? How could I have run out? How's that? Live TV. Live TV. Is that even remotely similar? Could I substitute it with that? Oy vey. So I've run out of 353. Let's have a look. Gosh almighty. It's just been one thing after another, honestly. That's F over there. And let's see if this is remotely similar. Thank goodness that this is just a background. It's just the background, so I'm not too fussed. Oh, I just want to get it done. I just want to get it done. There you go. Live, unedited, run out of drills. Boom. So I've officially run out of 353. Fantastic. All right, we are going to substitute, I think. Being that it's a background color, I am quite comfortable, confident that that will be fine. I just want to see if I have anything else that would be remotely closer in color. 819, I think is too white. No, that's... All right, let's just do this. I'm comfortable in making this substitute. I like to enhance my diamond paintings anyway, and I've done that on the bow tie, which you're going to see when we, you know, take the cover off. Now, do I need to replace my wax? Yes, I do. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm replacing the F, which was 353 on this custom DMC code, 353 I should say, with DMC code 949. Yep. And that's all these, I don't know if you can see, but you can see some of these are being painted already or drilled, and then it's just all the gaps in between. So as I said, it's just the background color, and that's going to be the closest that I've got. I really, I know that I do not have any spares of 353 in my leftover jewels from other canvases, or do I? That's okay. I'm fine. I'm good. It's all good. Okay. Let us commence. All right. Are you there? Can you see me? Yes, you can. All right. Let's go. So first of all, first and foremost, how is everybody? How are you all? Are you doing well? Are you keeping safe? Just checking in. Just checking in. Are you enjoying life? Is life, you know, throwing you a curveball? Yeah, I get the curveballs. I get curveballs all the time. I think we all do. It's human nature, really. And my philosophy in life is, you know, always try and look at, you know, the positive. Try and take something positive out of each and every single day or situation. So got a couple of, you know, things to share with you. Positive out of every situation. So if you've seen my previous chats or my intro or my, you know, all about me video, you may recall, or you may not know if you're new to my channel, I am in real estate, and I look after rental properties. That's my role. I'm not in sales, so I'm not out, you know, $1 million mansion salesperson or anything like that. I actually look after rentals. So in Australia, we call that property management. I don't know what it's called everywhere else in the world. Yeah, I don't mind this color substitution. Good choice, Gracie. Good choice. Good choice. And essentially, a property manager is someone who is like, I work for a real estate agency, and essentially what that is a landlord will appoint an agency to manage their rental investment property. Okay, so that's my job. So I look after the maintenance for that property, not physically. Calm down. I don't sit there and go fix a toilet when it busts up or anything like that. No. I call the plumber for that. And, you know, likewise, for electrical problems, I'll call the electrician. I've got my faves out there, my tradies that I highly depend on and are ever so reliable when it comes to that as well. So with property management, you know, it's not about collecting someone's rent. I've said that from day one in starting in this business. It is absolutely got nothing, well, let me backtrack a little bit. Of course, it's got to do with making sure rent is paid, you know, and that's a given. It's, in my personal opinion, the growth that I have gotten from being in this role and the way that I see my role is that I am a part of someone's journey. And I say that quite seriously. And when I say a part of someone's journey, you know, where you live and your experience day to day in a place that you reside in is called life. Yeah, or it's part of your life. That's someone's home, whether it's, you know, you're renting that home or whether you own that home as an investment property, is a massive thing, okay, from both perspectives. So the way I see my role is, you know, I look after the investment side of it for a landlord, making sure that their property is well looked after, making sure the rent is paid on time, making sure that tenants are not trashing the place, not, you know, doing all sorts of nasties in there, and essentially ensuring that, you know, what would potentially be one of their highest financial investments in life is being monitored, looked after, and so on. Okay, that's from a landlord's point of view. From a tenant's point of view, I see my role as, yes, ensuring that they're up to date with their rent, of course, ensuring that should something happen at the property that requires maintenance, that it is tended to, ensuring that if there's a disagreement or, you know, a difference of opinion on a particular issue between landlord and tenant, I'm pretty much the middle guy, middle woman, middle gal. I'm the chiquita that looks after everyone, yeah? The chiquita that looks after everyone. So I guess I'm bringing that up because something happened to me the other day at the train station that made me really go back to an experience that I had with a tenant a few years ago. And just keep in mind that this is all going to tie in to what happened at the train station. And pretty much it'll make sense at the end. Okay, now if you don't know, I take the train to work every day. Watch my video. I'll link it up in the, is it that eye or is it that eye? In the eye, somewhere up there. I'll link it up there. I do actually have a video that you can watch where I take you on a trip. Yeah, and it's a trip, let me tell you. Anywho, let's get back on track, Gracie. Just for the record, it is probably around 9:30 here in Melbourne on Saturday night. And I've been going at this bad boy. Since about 8 o'clock this morning because I am determined to get it done. Okay, so I obviously can't say too much and do not wish to give, and I would not give details of names, suburbs or anything like that of the story I'm about to tell you, but I was looking after a young family. When I say looking after, I was a property manager for a young family, in a rental property. not with the agency that I'm with now, with a previous agency. And I knew that this particular family, it was a young man, his partner, 2 children under the age of, I think, 5. And I knew that his partner had just given birth to their 3rd. Okay. And it was around October of a particular year. And in that year, she ended up giving birth, which was wonderful. But then, you know, these tenants who had always been on time with their rent had suddenly started becoming behind. And, you know, it's not an unusual thing in my industry, that things, you know, that tenants don't pay their rent on time. That's part of, you know, when you rent, what happens. It's my job to follow it up and see what's going on and so on and so forth. So I finally was able to get in touch with the young man. I wasn't able to get in touch with his partner. And it came to light that she had given birth, which was super exciting. I was so happy. I'm kind of that person that, you know, I would have in my drawer at work a stash of cards. You know, one would be a welcome to your new home, congratulations on the birth of your baby, all those sorts of things, or just a thank you, or, you know, on the sad occasions, I'd even have ready to go sympathy cards, because I always just like to give that little extra personal touch to my tenants and landlords alike. So I was rapt. I you know, asked the name of the new bubba, and, you know, it was all going super well with the baby. And then this young guy, and he couldn't have been more than, I don't know, I would say no more than 25, okay, proceeded to tell me that he wasn't able to continue his work because the week that their 3rd son was born, unfortunately, his wife suffered postnatal depression and had to be hospitalised. Now, I don't want to go into too much about that. I don't wish for it to trigger anyone, and please, and hence why I'm not going to sort of focus too much on that. Not because I don't think it's worth focusing on. I just am very, very respectful and mindful of the fact that I don't want it to be a trigger, and nor do I want it to be the focus of what this is all about. So here was a young guy, like I said, he couldn't have been, I think it was like maybe 22, 23 at the most, something like that. And he had his 2 boys already, like I said, I think maybe under the age of 5 already, and a newborn. And his wife, or his partner, was hospitalised, and he had to leave his work such that he could stay home to look after these kids. Yeah. Suffice it to say, we had many a conversation on the phone. Okay. This is not his name, but for purposes of, you know, giving, you know, him a name as such, we'll call him Charlie. Okay. So I had many conversations with Charlie, and I was ever so grateful to the universe that at the time, not only was I, you know, touched and concerned for everyone's well-being with the tenant, that I was actually very, very lucky that the landlord himself was also indeed a very compassionate person. Thank goodness, because let me tell you, the way the law is here, the amount of days that these tenants ran into arrears, the landlord had every right, legally speaking, to issue a notice to vacate. And here I would have had, you know, a young family, pretty much homeless, and that just wasn't going to sit well with me. So I gave the landlord all the facts. I didn't colour it in any way. I, basically, with permission from the tenant, advised what was happening and why the rent was late, and the tenant was, doing all that they could within their power to get funds to pay the rent. And it was conversation after conversation after conversation. He managed to catch up for a little bit in October, and then came December, the rent fell behind again. Okay, and we were on the phone again, and I asked Charlie, I said, how's things going? I hope everyone is well, and so on and so forth. In the meantime, I did what we call here a routine inspection as well, which is where, as a property manager, we go and inspect the properties on behalf of landlords every 6 months to ensure that, pretty much everything is above board with the property, and discuss any issues. And so, I don't know, after everything sort of settled down a bit, that routine inspection was due, and I went out and conducted it, and I was very, very fortunate and blessed, and I say that, blessed, to meet Charlie and his 3 adorable, gorgeous little boys. When I arrived at the property, to see a young, let's call him 25-year-old, I'm getting emotional thinking about it, with 3 children, one an absolute newborn, because at this stage his partner was still not home. She just wasn't coping well. And so this was a month after, and he'd been doing it on his own. Looking after, the 2 toddlers and then a newborn, I was in awe. I was in absolute awe. I'm a mum. I've got 2 boys who are now 17 and 19. And to see him heating a bottle, changing a nappy. In Australia, we call it a nappy. I think overseas, you may call it a diaper. Is that right? A diaper. We call it nappy here. He was just like a boss. He was just, running that house like a boss. I was in awe. Suffice it to say, obviously, he was doing it on his own. And so he was doing all the midnight feeds, all of that, all on his own. And having to tend to 2, not demanding, but as toddlers are, 2 toddlers at the same time. The way the house was set up was nothing short of almost being in a kindergarten creche sort of scenario. Educational toys and books were, in a beautiful, nice little tidy area. There were all these little affirmations and positive affirmations that he had put up, or he and his partner had put up around the house. It was just a beautiful home. It was a really beautiful home. You could tell that it was a loving family living there. And unfortunately, going through what they were going through. So I had a pleasure of a cuddle with the newborn. There's nothing like the smell of a newborn baby. It was so beautiful, so cute. I sat and, spent a few moments with the kitty winks, and they were, just looking up at me, adoringly, and, first time I'd met them, but they were just so friendly and so polite. It was just melted my heart. And then the next month's rent, so that the routine took place, and then the next month, you know, he was still behind in his rent, and I was still communicating with the landlord. And the landlord understood the situation, and again, you know, I was blessed, and so was Charlie, to have such an understanding landlord of the situation, such that it was that, you know, he was unable to work because he was having to stay home, and he was doing all that he could in order to get financial aid in order to pay the rent. Came the December rent. November still hadn't been paid properly. It was still in arrears. Came December rent, and had another conversation with Charlie. And this conversation has always stayed with me. It's always stayed with me because, you know, and his words on the phone somewhat almost not haunt me, but have just stayed with me since then. And his words were, you know, I said to him, Charlie, how's things going? How can I help? Is there any organisation I can point you towards? Have you tried these people? Like, he was struggling to find money for food. You know, that's how bad it was. And I was pointing him to all the church organisations that had food hampers that he could go and collect. And all he had to do was, you know, give a coin donation. So it could have been just $1, and they would give him, you know, just a big box of staples just to feed the kids. And so I was on the phone to him, and I said, Charlie, how's it going? I said, you know, tell me what I can do to help. Have you tried A, B, C, D? Yeah, and, you know, yes, Grace, I've done that, and I'm just waiting on this. And the next words out of his mouth were, Grace, I'll be honest. He goes, I'm really, really struggling. He said to me, I am so torn between paying to keep a roof over my children's head or give them Christmas, and I can't do both. I'll just let you think about that for a sec. I'm a very empathetic person, and so on the phone, you know, that really, really got to me, because, you know, the little baby wouldn't have known any different, but the other two, they knew who Santa was. They you know, they understand. And to have someone say to me, you know, he either has to crush his children's Christmas because they had no family here. You know, they weren't going to be getting any gifts or anything like that from anyone else. So to have him say that he had to choose between crushing his children's Christmas or making sure they had a roof over their head, because that's how scarce the money was, just devastated me. Absolutely devastated me. So, to me, my first thought was, well, that's not going to happen on my watch, okay? And I thought, okay, what can I do? And, you know, it didn't take... I knew exactly what I had to do. As soon as he said that, the idea came to me, and it was a no-brainer. It was just a non-negotiable. It was something that I had to do. And so I went home that night, and I had a chat to my kids, and I explained to them the situation. And I said to them, boys, I said, this is the situation.
I said, you know, normally I would spend, you know, whatever money buying you guys something for Christmas, you know, because they were much older at that stage, and, you know, they knew that Santa was me and their father, so, you know, the gig was up. And I said to them, I said, and I will still buy you something for Christmas. I said, but this is the situation I have at the moment at work. I said, you know, I have a family, there's 3 young boys, these are their names, this is what's happened. I said, and this is my idea, and I would like to know how you feel about it. And my idea was that, because, you know, I'm not made of money, and so, you know, I didn't have, you know, money lying around just for the sake of it. But I said to my kids, I said, I will still buy you something for Christmas. I said, but perhaps it won't be so big. How do you feel about if I use some of what I've allocated for you guys to buy some presents for these 3 young boys? It was a no-brainer. It was no hesitation, none. My boys did not hesitate. No sooner did I mention what I wanted to get done or what my goal was, no sooner had those words left my mouth that they were like, Mum, it's done. Let's do this. I was amazed, absolutely gobsmacked, and in the same breath, so very, very proud that I had raised, you know, these young boys to be compassionate in that way. Where we are here, we have stores that stay open till very, very late, until midnight even. And so I actually said to them, okay, would you like to come with me, you know, and let's get the trolley and let's go. They couldn't get in the car quick enough. We went to the store, and not only were they on board with, you know, the whole concept, but the thought process that, you know, they were going through as I picked up, you know, this toy, that toy, the other toy, and said, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? They would come up with, okay, Mum, but what if they don't have, you know, the facilities to be able to use that toy, or whatever the case may be. The exact examples of what I'm trying to describe escape me, but I remember offspring number 2 absolutely stunningly was so onto it. It was ridiculous, you know. It was like, well, Mum, if they don't have money to do this, then how are you going to expect them to use that toy? And it was like, wow, you know, you guys are onto this, you know. You guys are completely onto this. So we came home and we wrapped them. And you know what? They weren't expensive toys, but kids at that age, they just want to rip open those boxes and you know, see what Santa brought them, and have that joy of Christmas that, you know, we all know that kids who celebrate or families who celebrate do enjoy. And so, you know, I ended up with a full trolley. I mean, and I got each of the 3 boys probably close to, I don't know, 6 to 8 presents each. Little things, you know. They each got a big thing, you know, just one big thing, but then a lot of little, what we call stocking stuffers, or just something for them to say, yay, Santa's been, and everything else. And yeah, and it was such a beautiful moment for, you know, me to unload the car and have the boys help me you know, around the kitchen table, wrap each of them, and one of them wrote out the name tags for each of the boys. And I even bought the baby a rattle and a, you know, a little cuddly furry toy, and just something for everyone. Just something for everyone, because, you know, I wasn't going to have them miss out. So I said to the boys, I said, you know, I thanked them and I told them what a great thing it was that they, you know, had done for me and for this family. And of course that I would give them the feedback of you know, how things went. So essentially the next day I went and I called Charlie and I asked if he was home, and I said if it was okay to just pop around for a very quick impromptu visit. His two elder ones were in the backyard playing, so they didn't see me, but I rocked up pretty much on his doorstep and I had two huge bags, massive bags of these gifts. Yeah. Pardon me. And he was looking at me like a deer in headlights, as if, like, what have I done? Am I dumping a whole heap of rubbish on his lawn, or what am I doing? And I pretty much said to him, I said, Charlie, I said, this is from my family to yours. These are for you to put away, hide them from the children. Your children will not miss out on Christmas this year. True story, a true story that, you know, for all that he had been through, he pretty much, and in that moment, pretty much broke down and admitted to me later that he hadn't actually even taken time to process anything, because things had happened so fast that he hadn't even released any emotion whatsoever. And I had him on his doorstep, you know, looking at these massive bags of toys and tears rolling down his eyes. I get emotional even today thinking about it, because to me, you know, if I could have done more, I definitely would have. You know, I certainly would have. I did all that I could. But, you know, to have him pretty much crumble in my arms, you know, was just, it was not that I wanted to upset him. And I preempted my visit and I said to him, I said, you know, Charlie, what I'm about to give you is nothing short of a gift from my family to yours, and not to be taken any other way and not to be offended by it. You know, it's merely just Merry Christmas, yeah? And yeah, and that's when he pretty much crumbled. So he was able to, I'm trying not to cry. He sent me a photo of the kids on Christmas Day as they were opening up their presents, and it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The you know, kids don't know how to lie, and nor can they put on a fake face or anything like that. And you could see the absolute joy on their faces, and made it all worth it. Made it all worth it. You know, it's not the only thing that I've done in property, management that, is kind of outside of the scope of the job role. Because as I said, oh, there's more here. As I said, property management to me is not about just about collecting someone's rent. My role, I have an impact, and I have to, everyone has a story, and it's not for me to have to know someone's story, absolutely not. However, in the job that I've got, it certainly does help to understand if someone's going through something, and to be able to have that sort of impact for such a seemingly, really, it was no big deal. It was, nothing. I rang my kids, as soon as I got in the car and told them exactly what happened, and they were so happy, and it made them feel good too. To know that they had made such an impact, and I was so proud of them. Yeah, so how does that tie in with my train story? I often say in life, do good to the universe, and the universe will look after you, and give back. Give back if and when the time is right, the universe will give back. So how does it tie in? So that's just, one. I picked that story to share with you because what happened to me at the train station literally catapulted me back to what I did with Charlie and for Charlie's family, and it kind of made me sort of give a shout out to the universe to say thank you, So I get the train in the morning. It was in the morning, peak hour, and where we are, we have to tap on and off with a card, okay? And it's here we call it a Mikey card, but it's our transport card. You load it up with money, and I'm trying to find this symbol, and it's just not working. You load it up with money, and that's basically, instead of putting coins into, the gate as you go past, you tap this card on and off. And if you go back to my video, my train video, you'll actually see me doing that. Anywho, I was just in time for my train, and I opened my backpack, and I'm trying to look for my card. Yeah? And it's like, oh, what? Where is my card? Where's my card? Train's coming in, 4 minutes. Where's my card? I literally am gutting my backpack like I have performed surgery on this thing and emptied it all over the place. Can't find it anywhere. I thought, crap. All right, so I've got to buy a new card, because I definitely did not have time to get back in the car, go back home and get my card. Okay, which I knew where it was. It was in the pocket of my dress that I had worn the day before. Won't be making that mistake again, will I? No, Gracie. No. All right, fine. Be like that, I say to myself. Let's just go buy a new card, which is going to cost me $3. And then, of course, I've got to load money onto it to pay for the actual ticket. Okay. Go to rip out my wallet. Nope. Key card at home. New phone hasn't got my banking app loaded on it, and I've got no cash. And the train's coming. I am busting out into not only an emotional sweat, but yes, one of my hot flush sweats and perspirations, and it's all just getting too much. And mind you, this is at 7:01 in the morning, yeah? So great start to the day. Great start to the day. I go to the counter, and so I'm at the counter and I go to get my wallet, and I realize at that point I don't have my wallet, and the lady behind there is looking at me, and it's like, oh my God, I haven't got my wallet, I haven't got my card, I haven't got time to go back home. I'm starting to shake. It's all becoming too much. It's all becoming too much. And out of the blue, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to pack my bag up because I'd emptied it all over the counter, right? Again, looking for my wallet this time, and then realised that it was on the kitchen bench at home. Great. Just great. And, you know, I'm just a hot mess. It's just not working. Bless the lady who was behind the counter, who turned around and said, I will give you a card. I'll pay for the card, she said. I will load it up, she said. Just give me the money next time you're around. Yep. I'm a stranger to her. A complete stranger. I've never met her before in my life. Not met her before in my life. I've never interacted with her. I've never bought a ticket from her before. I've not seen her before. First time encounter. She said that, and I said, no, I've got to go home. I'll be late for work, but I've got it. She goes, you can't go home. You're going to be late. I will pay for it. The next time you're here, just give me the money and it'll be fine. At 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't normally look my best, but at least I'm looking fresh. I've got, my makeup is, I won't say on point, but at least it's on and it's okay. Suffice it to say, as soon as she said those words, my makeup was no longer on point, and I had tears strolling down my eyes out of pure gratitude, absolute gratitude. And I wasn't even too proud to say no, because I desperately just needed to get to work. I had some reports that I needed to get done urgently, and I knew I had meetings in the morning, and I knew I had a full day, and I just could not afford at all to be late. If I could have jumped through that window and given her a hug, I damn well would have. I'm not even lying. I damn well, it was just an amazing moment of kindness that I don't even think she realizes the impact that she had on me that day. And I'm on the train and I'm wiping away these tears, and I'm, when you cry, you get the sniffles, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's going to look at me. I'm sniffling, and they're going to think I've got a cold and I've got a virus, and that just set me off even more. So I'm trying to be as, discreet as I could on the train, and I just sat and reflected the whole way in. And I thought, thank you. Thank you, universe, for looking out for me today. Do good to others, and it will come back. And that's not why I do it with any expectation of it coming back. That's not it at all. However, I automatically thought of, my tenant Charlie, And it made me realize in the moment that that attendant helped me, how humbled I felt at the generosity and kindness of a stranger. And it helped me understand the emotions that Charlie had that day. Because the kindness of a stranger, guys, let me tell you, is something, it's not the receiving that is the best part of it, it's actually the giving. Because I, since left the agency where I was, I've not seen Charlie since, and I don't expect that I ever will. But I hope, you know, just as I've kept that photo of his kids that he sent me on Christmas Day, that, you know, it'll be a story that he'll be able to tell his family. You know, and I'm kind of a little bit somber at the moment because it's very humbling. It's very humbling. And I always try where I can to help people. It's just who I am, you know. And as I said, not because it's anything that I expect in return at all. I just think it's the right thing to do because one day, you know, just like I did the other day, I would hope that the universe would send me, you know, someone when I'm in desperate need. And I'm not counting on it. You know, I've been in situations where I've not been able to get out of, you know, trouble, and I've been in, you know, I've had to work it out and so on. But Elby is the name of, I'll give this attendant, this female attendant who was there at the train station. In my mind, you know, I just, yeah, I was blown away. I was very humbled. I think in those friends of mine that know me and know me well will tell you that the one attribute that I will always admire in a person is humility, to be humble. And I was certainly humbled that day. Certainly very humbled. I don't take nicely to people who feel that they have a sense of entitlement in life. That to me is just not on. If that's an attribute of a person that I meet, I'm pretty much immediately put off. To be quite honest, it's not. I don't appreciate it. It's not within my DNA to accept. I don't know. I'm a very accepting person. I guess I just don't connect with that person because, you know, to be humble and to have humility is how I live my life. I live, you know, a pretty humble life. I don't live an exorbitant life. I am thankful for everything that I have. First of all, my children. Second, my extended family, or on the same level. My health. You know, there's always something to gripe about in life. There always is. There is always going to be an issue to battle, and we all have them. I would love to meet the person who has the perfect life, who doesn't have, you know, things that they worry about or that cause them concern in one way, shape or form. But if each and every single day we can find something just to be grateful for, that's how I get through it. That's how I get through it. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Can you see? I am nearly there. So it's been, you know, a bit of a serious D&M, deep and meaningful today, or whip and chat. Oh, and for those that don't know what a whip is, a whip is a work in progress. So what are you working on out there? Let's you know, change it up a bit. It's getting a little bit too serious in there for a hot second, but just wanted to share that with you. And I guess, you know, I'm sure Albie will never look me up on YouTube, and that's okay. And she'll probably never know that I am giving her such the most public sense of gratitude for what she did. And of course, because that was on Friday, I will be seeing her when we're out of our 5-day lockdown, and I'm back on the train on Thursday. And I will seek her out and do more than just return the money that she gave, and so generously so, to a stranger. And I'll be buying her, you know, something special. Something special. So, yes. What are you doing? Are you working on your whip as you do this? I have had so many comments. And guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, honestly, and your comments. Your comments, they make my day. Can I just tell you that? Your comments literally make my day. They make me just so warm and fuzzy that you take time out of your day to listen to what I've got to say. And then not only that, but take the time to comment. And it's just so appreciative. And before I finish on these last very few that I've got here on the side, I wanted to do a shout out to Abigail Marie 007. I think that's your, don't crucify me, Abigail. But Abigail Marie, babe, congratulations on hitting your 1,000 subscribers. I am so happy for you, so proud. I'm so honoured, you know, to have you in my tribe, and as I've said to you so many times, and to be a part of yours. For those of you who haven't checked out Abigail, I'll put her link down below, down there. Check her out. We did our first live together. It was a hoot, an absolute hoot. I basically approached Abigail and I said to her, I vibe you, girl. I would absolutely love the opportunity to do a live with you if you're interested. This is my concept idea. I would love to know, because she's in America, she's in Florida, and I know that there's a really big difference between American slang and Aussie slang. And wow, that live turned into, oh my gosh, I got myself an edumacation. Let me just say that. I got myself an edumacation. Wow. Yeah. My reaction to some of those words when I watched it back was like out of this world. I crack myself up just thinking about it now, but wow, it was just awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I hope, Abigail and I can collaborate on a few other things in the future. Let's give it some time. But, sweetheart, congratulations on your 1,000. I knew you'd get there. I knew you would get there. 100%. And along with Abigail Marie, a few of my other faves hit some milestones. So, Jenny, the Uncrafty Crafter, 1,000. Yay, your accent. Oh my gosh. I just sit there and I'm just taken in. Well done, Jenny. Well done. And just so you know, I'm just going to say it. I always used to skip ads, but girls, I'm watching those ads for you guys. It's my way of paying it forward and contributing, and I'm so happy for you both. And Mindy as well. I was actually I was watching her live, and Mindy hit her 5,000. So it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Both Jenny hit her 1,000 when we were when Mrs. Coffee was doing her live, and that was awesome. So I got to see that, in real life, or not real life. What am I saying? In real time. And I was also privileged enough to be online at the time when Mindy hit her 5,000. So I was just like, boom, 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 sister. And it's like, wow, these girls are killing it out there. So, and to be, especially when it's a live thing, it was just awesome. So happy to have, met these fellow creators on YouTube that are part of my YouTube diamond painting tribe. And with that being said, at the last count that I looked, guys, wow, like I think the last time I looked, it was sitting at 138. There's 138 of you that sit there and have hit subscribe to me, the crazy Aussie chick who has these weird and wonderful stories. Doesn't know Arthur from Martha sometimes. But, that means the world. That means the world. I will say it over and over and over again. When I first started this channel, I did it with no expectations of anyone actually listening or wanting to listen or subscribing. So to have, those of you who have, tune in and listen and comment and so on, I now get it when I've heard other creators say how much it really does mean. And it really does. It just know that you impact my day-to-day life in a very, very positive way. So the mere fact that you've, done that and you're a part of my diamond painting world in that respect, in YouTube world, it's a really great positive impact for me, and it's very, very special. Very, very special indeed. So shall we do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 6 together? Shall we do it? Let's bring you in. Come on. Come a little closer. Can you see? I've done it there. Yeah. We're doing these ones right here. Okay. And it'll be the last of my custom. I'm screaming. I'm hoping that's not too loud. But look at this. There's 3. And I've only got 3 to go. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Breathe, Grace. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And get the last one. You ready? And it's right in the corner. That was just a happy accident. Happy accident. You ready? Ta-da! And the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. All right. Wow. Let's get these. I've got all these are sitting. It's a hot mess over here. Look at this. Look. Wow. I don't care. I'm done. I'm excited. Let's get this. Ooh. How did we go from such somber conversation to like high-pitched squealing, and it sounds like someone's murdering a cat. My gosh. Wow. 55. Come on, Gracie. Put these away. 40. Where does it go? 40. My kingdom for a 40, 35. I almost just want to throw them to the other side of the room, but I'm going to do it slowly and systematically. And 41, and I must have another one empty somewhere. 13. Oh yeah, 13. I don't know what happened to 13. All right. Wow. Okay. Oh, crapola. What was P? Because I forgot to empty my jewel tray. Put those little babies away. Oh, wow. I've never done this before. I have never, ever gotten... I am typically a person who will look at my canvas and I look at the progress of my canvas as I work on it by taking a photo of it, because I want to see through a photo what it looks like, because that's in reality what it's going to look closer like. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? No? Okay, that's fine. All right. Wow. Okay, look at this. Look at the... a shame to all the diamond painters out there. You're all going, Gracie, what is that hot mess that you've done? All right, I am going to try my very best to lift this up. And try and rest that there. Is that going to work? Sorry guys, I'm trying to get it so that we can see. Oh gosh, not so much the mess. Woo! Mamma mia! All right, okay. Shall we do this together? All right. Wow, this better look good. Oh wow. You'll tell me what your thoughts are, okay? So let's turn the light off, because that's my light pad, right? I don't know, how should I do this? How should I do it? Should I do it like I do an unboxing and kind of take this off and flip it? What do you think? I'm scared. I'm so nervous, because this could be an epic fail. This could be like, this could go terribly wrong. You know what I mean? This could go really, really wrong. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get this tape off. It's just tape everywhere. All right. Let's just do... I know you're all screaming out there at me. I know you are. I promise you, I haven't looked at this in its entirety. So, all right, Grace, think. All right. I'm making a decision. Stop pressuring me. Stop it. I'm feeling it. All right, I'm going to loosen these just a little bit like that. Okay, that's loose. Oh, God, what a mess. One would think that I have just all right, let's just put that back like that. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it the other way, because I don't want to look at it. I think I'm going to do the big reveal with you. The one thing that I think I've done, but I'm going to obviously have to go back and check, is, all those little, when you finish a canvas, you always find one that's, that you've missed anyway. I'm just throwing that on the floor. I'm just being so... Abigail, is this what you call cattywampus? I'm being so cattywampus about it. Is that the right use of the word? Tell me, someone. I was told. All right, shall we see? I'm so nervous. Oh, please. All right, let's do it. Okay. 1, 2, e 3. Oh, how does he look, my little monkey? Look at him. Oh my God, yes. Yes, my little booba. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Can you see the sparkle? Oh, 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 oh. Guys, 59 colours is the most that I've ever done on a custom. And I've done, this is now my third custom. My booba. Oh, when I say my little baby nephew, look at it. Do you like him? Tell me. Write it down in the comments, please. Tell me, and I want honest thoughts, yeah? Because I would tell you, you know, if I wasn't. I'm looking at it through the camera. I'm bending down there because I'm looking up there, and it's like, oh, let me just stand up. I'm going to trip over everything here. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. I like it. Let me see. Can you see the sparkle? Look at that sparkle. And no doubt, you know, oh, look, there's an L. I need to put a drill in there. Like I said, I haven't gone through. Oh, look at him. Yes, I am so happy. So happy with that. I want to look at it, obviously, during the daylight as well. As I said, it's nighttime here. So... oh, I'm wrapped. I swapped out some of these AB. So his bow tie, oh my gosh, his bow tie is the right colours. It's not that I changed the colours, but I actually put some blue and white ABs in here because I thought that would just lift it up a little bit more. And I'm looking at him through the camera and it's so gorgeous. I was so concerned that these wouldn't come out because these are, see, where's it? Can you see that? Is that focusing? Oh, probably not, but they're like little crowns on his top as a pattern, and they've come out perfectly. You can see the curve in his shirt. Oh, wow. You know, you can see that's, you know, his shorts and his leg, his little booba leg. He's my little porpetto, my little meatball. Oh, well, this has been, I'm so glad that I've gotten this done. I'm going to do a post review on the canvas and my experience with the company that provided this. I'll be doing probably a framing video as well. But I just, at this point, I guess I want to say thank you so much for, you know, coming on this journey with me while I finish this custom, and for being here when I actually finished the custom and like, oh, the light, and laid that last drill in the in which corner was it? It was this corner up here. I hope you've enjoyed today. I just wanted to share, you know, that story with everyone. I don't know why. To me, you know, show kindness and kindness will come back, I guess. You know, the kindness of strangers is something that money can't buy. Money can't buy. And I was very, very fortunate enough to be on the receiving end the other day, as we just spoke about. But wow. All right, so my booba's done. I'm going to do a video to frame him up. I will probably now clear all this now because I am going to get my diamond art club out and start my next project. I know, crazy, right? Crazy. If you've gotten this far, a gold medal. Actually, you know what, guys? Come up here to me. Come up here. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh. It's all happening. Can you see me? Oh my gosh. The light's going everywhere. Let's just put it off. Oy vey. There you go. If you've gotten this far, wow, thumbs up, gold medal to you. Thank you so, so much for listening. I can't even thank you and be appreciative enough. Love for you to stick around and be a part of my diamond painting world by, hitting that subscribe button. I hope that wherever you are, whether it's here in Victoria where we've just been announced for a new 5-day lockdown, that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you are being safe and looking after one another. With that being said, be it day or night, I wish you a great rest of the day, a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for coming. Much love to you all, and ciao, ciao for now.